Well, you can dry off while you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for helping me last time. My eyeballs are going like this.
Oh, I had those days too.
I was running a little fever. Yeah.
You okay now?
Huh? I'm fine now. Yeah, now it's just down. All right. Welcome to our Planning Commission meeting tonight, September the 27th, 2022. Are you people here for a specific agenda item?
I'm action item number 1.
Okay, great. Then I won't invite the rest of the people that are here to come forward. Everyone is here tonight with the exception of Commissioner, Amy Ann Anderson,
And Blair.
Blair Jones,
Yep.
and we do have a quorum, which is very good. Presentations and reports, Mr. Eggett.
Thank you. I don't have a microphone, so hopefully this picks me up. Maybe I need to get here. I'll do this. Since I'm doing 4 different things today. Hang on a second. We'll do this. And then I can move it there when they come up. So, let me just review the items that are found in the City Council packet from last Tuesday. I think that's a good kind of guidance on what all the updates are. Maverick will be doing their soft opening on Tuesday, next Tuesday. I think it's the 3rd is the
Maverick?
date. Maverick, 3rd or 4th. And then they will be doing a grand opening that following Thursday on the 6th. So I'll try to send you more information as I find out more about the grand opening plans. Make
It's
sure
happened
you're
quick.
invited. Yeah.
And we'll be in Salt Lake at meetings.
Yeah. Well, but it might be in the morning, so it might be able to be possible to have some attendance.
Okay,
So.
that's good.
But you're right. Yeah, like you Chairman Eskelson and Commissioner Spires will be at meetings. So if you're not able to attend, that's okay too. But if you're able to attend, great. Cheddar's, you can see, is coming up out of the ground. They've got the steel pylons coming up. We actually see the shape of a building starting to make sense and show, so that's good. Take 5 oil change is moving along. Fizz Drinks is in the middle of a building permit process as we speak. J-Dogs is in the middle of their construction of their site. Home Goods and Sierra Trading Post are in the middle of construction on their site. Super Chicks is getting near completion on their site. They're still, if I had to give a percentage, 65-70% probably would be my guess of how far along that project is. Chick-fil-A, you can see that that's still got quite a ways to go. Bath and Body Works is getting close. They're probably also in about a 70th percentile completion. So both Super Chicks and Bath and Body Works could be open potentially by Black Friday, or if not sooner, sometime in November. And then Generator Supercenter is coming along. Just trying to think if there's any others that are on this list that should be aware of. I don't think so. I will note that all of the participation agreement and development agreements for West Bench RDA have been signed and executed, and we anticipate that there'll be more movement there. Also, America First is pretty anxious to get moving on their project for their new building, and I suspect that they will be at a point where their building permit will be issued probably within the next couple of weeks to start their project. So if and when that goes, you'll start to see probably right away road clearing and all that good stuff, because they're going to try to beat the weather as much as they can to get that new road in place and get their building going, at least for their construction equipment to go back and forth to the site. So I think that West Bench area is about to get pretty exciting and pretty different pretty quick between Maverick and America First stuff happening up there. It's quite a change. So other than that, I will note, just like the Chair Eskelson said, this week or coming week is Utah League of Cities and Towns Conference. You will have 2 commissioners representing the Planning Commission at that meeting on Thursday. And if we get any updates from that meeting per our city attorney / city administrator or mayor, I will be sure to share that with the commission after, and or fellow commissioners may share some things that they learned as well from that. So other than that, I think that's
The piece of property that's Ellis's property, is that still on hold? Or
that's part of that participation agreement, development agreement that has been now signed and
That West
executed.
Bench.
that West Bench? Okay. And what are they doing now?
So the first step will be relocating the power corridor, all the power poles, and they have entered into that agreement and arrangement with Rocky Mount Power officially. So I suspect as well, in addition to the other things I'm telling you about, that relocation endeavor might start within the next coming months pretty aggressively up there. So again, it's going to be, West Bench is about to get pretty busy pretty fast between the 3 projects that are going to be going on up there. So, and then other than that, I will note that speaking of America First, both their vacation plat and their subdivision plat finally received approval from the city council at the last meeting on Tuesday. So, and then those who are interested about the pure and rezone request, that did come back to city council and was tabled again to allow the property interest group to pursue some kind of an agreement to negotiate with the city or discuss with the city about resolving some outstanding issues. If you'd like to know more, I would just advise you to watch the video or listen to the hearing, and you can learn more about that.
Okay.
That's everything.
Thank you so much. We now have the consent items for September the 13th, 2022. Does anybody have anything they would like to change or add? Comments?
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the consent items.
I have some corrections that need to be made.
Oh, okay.
At the very bottom, very back, if you look at it, it says that we were going to close, okay, as there is no further business to discuss, Commissioner W. moved to adjourn. This was a second by Commissioner S. and the Planning Commission adjourned. So I'm thinking that maybe we need to put the full names there, not just W and S.
And that probably was shorthand by Miss Maragoni, so I'm sure that putting that on the record and noting that if you were to make a motion that needs to be changed,
that
she would
needs
see
be
to that
corrected.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay. You wanna-
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the meeting minutes, including the correction that Wanda mentioned.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that was unanimous with the commissioners that are here. Are you up with this, Mike?
I'm working there.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
He's only doing everything.
Is he getting double pay for this?
Nope, but that's okay. It's part of the job. All right. Yep, I'm good now.
Okay, action items number 1, consideration of conditional use permit request for proposed stretch mark tattooing cosmetic studio property use located at approximately 750 West Riverdale Road, Suite 17, within Fifth Avenue Salons, as requested by Megan Goodson. Megan, or Mr. Egger?
Would you like me to,
Yes,
just
I
a real
would.
quick summary?
Thank you.
Okay. So yes, Ms. Goodson's in the audience with us, joining us tonight. The request is for the, as noted, the cosmetic tattoo request for the Salon Studios, Fifth Avenue Salons. It's suite number 17. The applicant has paid for everything, as you can see in the packet, with the receipt, and provided us with a layout of the room or the suite, how it will be set up. I have shared this information with all the department heads, being police, fire, public works, and city administrator. There are no concerns of note or anything to discuss. That's why you don't have anything in your packet. I just figured I would note that because pretty much came back, we had no concerns. So there's really no need to evidence that other than to note that's the case there. You'll see that under 10-10A-4 uses in the C3 zone, kind of like we had in the last request, it is a conditional use, and the basis for review of a conditional use permit is in your packet thereafter is 10-19-5, Articles A through G. I don't see any concerns from staff. I personally don't have any concerns, and nothing was otherwise provided to me even by the building official. And with that, I think that's really all I have to share, and I would defer to the Planning Commission if you have any questions further from me or for the applicant.
Okay, would you like to come forward at this time? There's a little podium there.
Oh, I hear.
You get to share the mic.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody have anything they would like to question? Well, tell us first where you live and,
Your name.
yeah, your name and your
I
city.
live in Clearfield, and I have a friend who's renting from Fifth Avenue Salons, and so I went and partook of one of her services and was really impressed by the building and just knew that I wanted my space to be there as well.
Okay, anybody have any questions?
How long have you been a tattoo artist?
So this is a brand new service that is being offered. It was invented by Rodolfo Torres in Brazil. So I traveled to Mexico to get my certification, and there's less than 24 of us that are certified in the United States. I'm the first one in Utah.
Nice.
And I already have, it's a high-end service, and I already have clients that are really excited for this opening, and I have somebody coming from Florida who's going to be my very first client. So
Very nice.
it's kind of a really neat deal.
So exactly what is this new procedure? Can you talk to us?
So it's just using a tattoo machine and then skin-colored ink, but the ink is diluted so that it's not pigmented too much. And it's just a fancy technique using a combination of different needles to fill in the stretch mark with matching skin tones. There is a machine that came from Thailand that matches the skin tone. So similar if you go to Lowe's and you want your paint color matched on your walls. So I have that same machine. It's just a little handheld, and it matches their skin tone exactly. And I know which inks to create the perfect match. And then that ink is put into the stretch mark to help it blend in with the rest of the client's skin. So
Interesting.
just a camouflage technique that women are kind of warming up to, and I'm excited to bring it to Utah. Yeah.
So that will cover stretch marks like from...
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Interesting, huh?
Does it work with scars and things like
Yeah.
that as well?
Yep. It'll work with surgical scars. I actually have a client who has a self-harm scar that she wants covered up. So that's going to be nice because kind of one of the only options for those right now is a traditional tattoo, which is going to be really dark and bring a lot of attention to the area. So just kind of giving people back what they had before anything happened to their bodies. So
Very nice.
yeah.
You have burn scars, so you can take the dark away from the burn.
Nothing for burn scars yet. Usually burn scars are pigmented with purples and reds. So right now I can only help people that have white or something that's lighter in color than their regular skin tone.
Are you going to be able to also, if somebody has a tattoo and wants it removed?
I cannot do that. Nope.
And cover those.
No, this is all just for white pigmented stretch marks that can take on some pigment to match the skin that's around it. Yeah, different.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Give me information.
Thank you so
I
much.
have.
This is very, very
Yeah,
interesting.
thank you.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, please.
I move that we approve the conditional use permit requested by Megan Goodson at approximately 750 West Riverdale Road, Suite 17, within Fifth Avenue Salon.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Would you poll the commissioners, please, Mike?
I don't have my list, but I'll just, yes.
Well, just look and see who's here.
Commissioner Wingfield,
Aye.
Commissioner Nye,
Aye.
Commissioner Eskelson,
Aye.
and Commissioner Herman.
Aye.
And the voting has been unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank
We are
you.
looking
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Lots of
Hope it
luck.
goes well.
Okay, and now we will move on to action item 2, consideration to reschedule a public hearing for a proposed rezone request from regional commercial C3 zoning to multiple family residential R4 zoning for property located at approximately 4450 South, 700 West, Riverdale, Utah, 84405, as requested by the Forza Development Group. Mike, take your time.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So this is me having to take a little bit of a apology tour. I missed this one. I was so caught up with getting everything ready for city council and some of the other things going on after our last meeting that I felt I just completely didn't remember to put the signs on the property and send out the mailers that I'm supposed to all the affected entities. And so when I started putting everything together for the packet on Friday, or Thursday, excuse me, and I was starting to do the executive summary and put what I normally in there, I kind of had that aha moment that I had oversighted 2 pretty important steps of the process. So I called the property interest up and I said, look, I'm sorry. I know it's maybe a little bit of a setback, but we have to do it right. So they have been notified. They're not here tonight, obviously, with it being just a formality and a mistake I made. But I did represent to them that I would let the commission know that it's no fault of theirs. It was just an oversight by me. So they've been gracious enough and they're comfortable. They understand, and we'll make sure that they have someone representing their interests at the next meeting. I did talk to Matt Steiner. He said he will not be in town that Tuesday if we were to reschedule it for, what is it, October? I want to say it's like the 11th.
Should we push it back 2 more weeks to the
No,
25th?
no,
Okay.
no, because he said he'll have representation here. I just wanted to let you know that it won't be him, but they will have someone here to represent their interest that night.
Okay.
Regardless. So if you were to set it for October 11th, it still would be a viable date, is my point in sharing that with you. Otherwise, you can see the application is the same as last time they came before the Planning Commission 2 weeks ago. And the location on the first one is the Carry Cycle Group property. So with that, that's pretty much all I have to share on that.
Okay, thank you. Are we ready for a motion?
I guess I'd like to make a motion. We reschedule the public hearing for the, consideration to reschedule public hearing for proposed rezone request from regional commercial C3 zoning to multiple family residential R4 zoning for property located at approximately 4450 South, 700 West, Riverdale, 84405, as requested by Forest Development Group to the 11th, Mike? To
Yeah, the
October
11th of October.
Okay, do we
I'll
have
second.
will you poll the commission, please?
We don't need to poll. Just
Yes, just 1 second here.
We don't need
Ready.
a poll on that, do we, Mike?
It's up to you. I mean, it's.
But we don't need to
formality.
poll on that
You
one?
can just do all in favor on this one.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Okay.
Action item 3, consideration to reschedule public hearing for a proposed rezone request from regional commercial C3 zoning to multiple family residential R4 zoning for property located at approximately southeast corner of 4400 South, 700 West, Riverdale, Utah, 84405, as requested by Forza Development Group. Mike?
It's the same thing. The same thing as last time. The only change would be that it's the corner lot of 4400 and 700 West. Exact same syndrome as the last one. So with that, I would defer to the Planning Commission.
Yes, Rick?
I make a motion that we reschedule a public hearing for the proposed rezone request for regional commercial C3 zoning to multiple family residential R4 zoning for property located approximately southeast corner of 4400 South, 700 West, Riverdale, Utah, 84405, as requested by Forza Development Group to be rescheduled for October the 11th.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that is unanimous. Yes.
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Does anybody have any comments just before we adjourn, Planning Commissioners? I don't. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Did you second it?
Made the motion, I second, yeah.
Okay. The motion was made by Rick Herman and seconded by my good friend.
Rob.
By W.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
By W.
Now Mike gets to catch up.
H and W.
I thought that was just really interesting.
It's your guys'
Okay,
patience.
this is right.
Now, are we off
Change
the
elements
record,
in my hot
Mike?
water heater real quick, so.
Okay.
that?
I said thank you for everybody's patience. I was